You're terrifying.
Horrifying.
You are nightmares personified, and that is not a phrase I bandy about recklessly.
Literally the first time I've ever heard it.
We're not here to tell you how to be scarier. We don't have experience in that, and anyways, it's none of our business.
Could you even imagine if we tried to get into scaring? We would just embarrass ourselves.
What we do know, branding. Do you know what year it is?
I do. 2000 and the future.
You need to start thinking, really thinking about your brand.
That's where we come in.
Should only be a few more moments, Mr. Dracula, Mr. the Werewolf.
They say that, but you know it's never just a few moments.
Doesn't really bother me to wait, so.
Do you know, not once, ever, have they been ready exactly when they said they would be. Always we have to push 15, 20, 30 minutes.
I'm sure that they just don't know how long each appointment's gonna be.
Then schedule fewer appointments. Build in a buffer so you have that flexibility. It's not that hard. You know they made a movie.
I do know that. Thank you. I prefer to read it. Thank you.
Oh, and I wouldn't.
I didn't say anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, keep not saying anything.
All right. Let's talk about Frankenstein's brand, what your impact is on the global marketplace.
Pardon me. Frankenstein is the doctor. I'm Frankenstein's monster, technically.
Mm-hmm. You do realize that's everybody's least favorite thing about you, right?
Well, it's in the interest of...
Everybody knows that Frankenstein is the doctor, but Frankenstein's monster just sounds slow, clunky, and stupid. So calling the big, neck bolt-wearing bastard Frankenstein is a convenient shorthand, unless you say it in front of whiny pedants.
Ignoring the fact that everybody hates the guy who's like, actually Frankenstein's the doctor's name. Having a non-buzzy name is the second worst thing to happen to your brand.
The first?
I, Frankenstein. Shirtless Frankenstein's monster fights demons in the 1700s.
I think it's really gonna pick up on DVD.
Oh yeah? Well, Chet thinks his idiot son's gonna get into Yale.
Well, he's a different kind of smart, we think.
Your DVD sales and Chet Jr.'s Yale dream should get together and make a band called Neither of These Things Will Ever Happen, because obviously...
I was under the impression you two would be more helpful.
Helpful and hurtful start the same way. With an H, Frank.
You are not wrong to go the sexy route.
We've seen that work 100 times. Aisha invented it.
But you should have come to us first. There are a lot of monsters out there, and we're gonna help you stand out from the crowd, but you're gonna have to trust us. We can't help you if you don't help yourself.
Perhaps a return to Mary Shelley's version. Eh? I feel as though the eloquent side of Frankenstein's monster has slipped through the crevasse of time. I believe it was Keats who...
See, I was gonna tell you to dumb it down, but that was absolutely perfect. Did you think of that?
You want to hear the hard truth? You are a series of dead people parts hanging on by literal threads, trying to roll in a global marketplace filled with actual monsters. Why you're still in the conversation is beyond me. You have no powers, and your weakness is fire. Do you know who else's weakness is fire?
Fucking everything. Humans, cats, walls. Pick a thing, guy.
Well, in fairness, fire bad.
Do you even give the first about your brand?
Here's what we're gonna do. The neck bolts, the flat top, the green, the whole thing, it's done. From now on, being Frankenstein's monster means having just a few scars. Sexy scars. The kind that play on the CW.
Yeah, maybe a lower jaw thing. Something that's always covered by rough stubble so you never really see it. Maybe one of your eyes is a different color than the other. That seems to test well.
Frankenstein 2.0 is a monster without a country. He doesn't know who he is because he's lots of people.
He's always wandering around looking for his maker, for his lover, but really he's looking for himself.
And the real fire, the one that burns the worst, it's in his heart.
This will make me relevant?
This will make you immortal.
It's an app that tells you which bars in your area have free Wi-Fi. You're telling me you wouldn't want that?
I mean, I don't really go to bars to cruise the internet by myself. I go with friends and drink and hang out and talk to my friends.
Okay, oh, there was judgment in that answer. More than was warranted.
Decomposition of the flesh is something we have to work on because obviously the smell is going to be a problem, but really looking forward to doing business with you. So, stay frosty.
Yes, all right, my 3 favorite monsters. We should just be a few more minutes. Hang tight.
3?
They'll see you now, Mr. Ghost.
No, there was a ghost in here the whole time? Woo! Talk about a Sixth Sense level twist, huh?
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen that.
Oh, well, maybe if it were a f***ing book!
Horrifying.
You are nightmares personified, and that is not a phrase I bandy about recklessly.
Literally the first time I've ever heard it.
We're not here to tell you how to be scarier. We don't have experience in that, and anyways, it's none of our business.
Could you even imagine if we tried to get into scary? We would just embarrass ourselves.
What we do know? Branding. You need to start really thinking about your brand.